At KNEB and 39 degrees with sunshine. It's time for News Extra, brought to you today by Jolliffe Funeral Home. Here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis, and good morning, everyone. Our guests today are Kathy Gatch with the Buckboard Therapeutic Riding Academy. Sharisa Spehar is also here. She's a board member with the Buckboard folks, and we've talked about Buckboard Riding Academy several times in this program. But Kathy, I guess first of all, we probably need to give people a refresher course on exactly what it is and why it's so important.
Okay. I'd like to tell you thank you for letting us come. First, Kevin, we really appreciate the time you spend with us and giving us the time to share our program with people. Buckboard was started 14 years ago. It's therapeutic horseback riding for special needs children. And last summer we worked with 85 children. This year we're filling up pretty fast, so probably be about the same amount or maybe a little bit more this year. When the children come out to ride the horses, it helps them relax, it helps them focus. They bond with the horses, so they're building a relationship with the horse, plus other children that are coming out. They make good friends while they're out there. We work on strength, balance, cognitive things, behavior problems. We have a lot of children that have autism or Down syndrome. Those seem to be the two most. And then next would be behavior disorders and learning disabilities.
And it's amazing what the horseback riding does for those particular things, right?
Yes, it is. And when you hear it, it's hard to believe. You have to almost see it just to believe it, because when you work with animals, any kind of animal, they can calm you, for one thing. But when a child is doing therapy in another place, and they need all kinds of therapy, at the machines and water exercises and that stuff, they need all of that. But there's something about an animal's warmth and personality and being alive that helps these children, I think, the most.
Yeah. Now, Sharisa, you're a board member, and you've been with Kathy for how many years?
I think we counted it up about 12 or 13 years. It's been a long time. I've spent a lot of time out there to see the effects of buckboard and how the children react to the horses, to the riding, and how the horses react to the children. And it's just been a wonderful blessing that I've been able to help Kathy out for this many years.
All right. And you're one of many volunteers. You guys have tons of volunteers out there, don't you?
We do. We are, as always, looking for more. Volunteering, it doesn't pay, and so sometimes we get a bunch and sometimes we don't have enough. So we're always looking for more volunteers.
All right. By the way, Sharisa is one of 10 board members, right?
Yes.
With Buckboard that kind of help Kathy run the show. Now, you guys have a number of things going on this summer. The first thing we got to talk about is the fundraiser with Pizza Hut.
Yes, the Gearing Pizza Hut fundraiser is coming up on June 4th. It starts at 11 o'clock in the morning and goes all day long. And the Pizza Hut donate 20% of their receipts that day to Buckboard. And that money goes to sponsor riders, to sponsor children that families can't pay the fee. And which opens another can of worms. We have sponsors for almost all of our children that ride. When a family has a special needs child, it stretches their budget pretty hard. And so I don't want this program to be a burden on any family. So I go out into the community along with my board members, and we have Knights of Columbus, Kiwanis, Rotary Club, Lions Club, Eagles, Elks, all of those different organizations that help us sponsor the children. And a parent, all they have to do is give me a copy of the Kids Connection to show that there is a need, and then we choose a sponsor for them.
All right. You guys also have you're a United Way agency, so United Way provides funding for you as well.
Yes, United
right?
Way is a big part of our funding, probably half. And we appreciate all the folks in the community, the businesses and individuals that support United Way so that they can support us.
Yeah. Now, Knights of Columbus helped you guys out just the weekend before Easter, correct?
Yes, we did a pancake feed here the weekend before Easter, and we had a great turnout. We appreciated everybody that came out to have pancakes. It worked out so well that they've agreed to let us use their facility next year, so that we can do this again next year, the weekend before Easter on the Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
Kudos to those guys. Knights of Columbus always do a great job. Now, you also have a 5-week program where you work with the folks at Camp Scott, right?
Yes, they'll start coming out about the middle of June, and they come out every Wednesday morning for 5 weeks and ride the horses and do some of the activities. We also, from them, then get some regular riders that will come out, hopefully, the rest of the summer once a week to ride.
You have about 85 that ride on a regular basis.
Yes.
So that's great. All right, we're going to take a 30-second break, talk some more about things going on at Buckboard this summer and fall. Okay, we got to talk about the volunteer training. We need to talk about that.
I put Kathy's number in there in case we
Oh,
have anyone
yeah.
that wants to volunteer.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
782-319.
783.
And I don't know whether you want me to mention this, Kevin, but we're kind of threefold with Buckboard. First is the riders, the children that have special needs, and then the horses. A lot of times.
All right, we are back on News Extra today. Kathy Gatch is here with Buckboard Therapeutic Riding Academy, and Sharisa Spehar, one of the board members, here as well. You were mentioning the Buckboard is kind of a threefold thing.
Yes, first of all is the riders, the children with the disabilities that need the riding therapy. And then there's the horses. A lot of times ranchers get older horses they can't use anymore, and if we have an opening for one, we'll take it, and that allows the horse to work longer in its life and not just be put down or out to pasture. And the third one is the teenagers in the community. We have a lot of teenagers that volunteer for us, and some of them are kind of mixed up and maybe need to do community service and stuff. And they come out, and before they're finished, they are hooked on this program, and we get them back then the next year as well. So we help the riders, the horses, and a lot of youth in the community that they don't have special needs like our riders, but they do have special needs in other ways.
Okay. Now, one of the things we want to talk about is if you want to be a volunteer, first of all, they can give you a call at 783-2319. But secondly, there's volunteer training, and it's coming up fairly soon, later this month.
Yes, we'll be having volunteer training May 31st at 7 p.m. out at Buckboard Therapeutic Riding Academy. That's out on County Road U, south of Melvita, kind of to the southwest. But again, if they have any questions to call, go ahead and call at 783-2319 and speak with Kathy directly, and we'll get you signed up.
Riders start on June 1st, and you're kind of hoping that the weather calms down a little bit so you can get some riding in, right?
Yes, if it rains, we can't ride, but we might have to do swimming lessons this year. I don't know.
Well, one of the big things, you need kind of an indoor arena if possible. And so one of the other things you're going to do to raise money is a poker run, a Blue Knights poker run in the fall, right?
Yes, that's something, this will be the third year that the Blue Knights has done this for us. They put it on, it's been starting at the Oregon Trail bar in Gearing, and they do it annually, and the proceeds all go to benefit Buckboard. It's a wonderful thing that the Blue Knights do for us.
All right, so remember that. That'll be coming up this fall. In September, we'll probably do a little something about that later on as it gets closer. But we do want to remind people, I guess the first thing is the June 4th thing. Go eat pizza at Gearing, right?
And take all your friends and families with you.
Yes.
Okay. All day long, starting at 11 a.m., 20% of the proceeds go to Buckboard Therapeutic Riding Academy. Sharisa, Kathy, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
You bet. Back to you, Dan.
EasyNet Internet Banking from Valley Bank and Trust Company. EasyNet is the convenient,
How bad did we do?
secure online.
Oh, you did fine. Wonderful.
Good one.